G'day, hi, and welcome. Exhibit A. All right, well, first off, it's a little late in the morning, but let's have a look at the morning view. Kind of more like almost a noon view. Very slow start today. First off, Exhibit A. Okay, I heard, okay, so I got the garbage can back. It's empty now for the next 20 minutes, and then I gotta start in there. So, fill it up again. Been a really slow start to the morning, and heard some thumping out here, and I'll tell you what happened. My dad was stealing, when I came back from the store with my provisions, my dad was stealing black walnuts from me. Yeah. He got about a pailful. That little squirrel, he was so mad. He was so mad. So today's the day, guy. This is all cleared out to a degree. So I'm going to put my motorbike over here. So I got to sweep it. And just that brought down some, one of my two things of free candles that I got. Yeah, they look kind of gross because they were sitting in water, but that doesn't matter. I'll get those all cleaned up and dried out. But I gotta show you, there was a caper, a possible, well, you'll see. Okay, first off, no mouse. Almost a week now, no mouse. No mouse. No mouses. But look, my cactuses have attempted to commit cactusacide. Yeah, it's like I came in this morning and it was like they were both on the ground. I was like, oops, I better deal with these poor guys. Hopefully, didn't break the pot. He was like, I can't. I lost one. All right, he ain't gonna make it. Part of him ain't gonna make it. He's like, I can't take it here. This guy's gonna try to kill me. That's it. I'm going out. I'm gonna go out like a man. Yeah, I swear these things. You guys don't believe me when I say they're attack cactuses. They are attack cactuses. Maybe they went after an intruder. You never know. You never know. But I do know they need full sun. I did water them yesterday. Look at the mess they made. I don't know if I can save him or not, but well, anyway. But he feels a little more sturdier than what he did yesterday before I watered him because he wasn't standing up straight like that. I have to transplant him into something. There's tons of pots to put him in. Let's get some sunshine on these suckers. They were in the window forever and a day. It's just they never actually got any direct sunlight. I don't know how old they are. They are pretty old. Like she's had them for a long time. Like this one's got to be a couple of years old, I would imagine. He didn't try to, but yeah, he's not looking so good. I gave him lots of water. I think he just needs the sunshine. It's once they go limp and soft like that, it's usually not a good sign for them. But I can't leave them out overnight because it might be frost tonight. So it's kind of a pain in the butt bringing these things in and out every night. I do want to kind of keep them, so. This little guy seems to be okay. So yeah, I had a good drink of water yesterday. But if some of them were to die, well, so be it. But I'm going to leave them out in the sun. Let them get some sunshine. They'll appreciate that. I have no idea how I'm going to keep them alive in the winter. No idea. Alright, so here's the kind of day it's been so far. It's going to be a very lolly. I think I got a little bit of work done. I'm going to see if I can get my motorbike down here. Maybe start cleaning up the basement. I was talking to my friend Amanda, asked her how her shindig went there for her big job, vendor thing that she had there. She said it was crazy. It was the best year she had. It's too bad because she asked me if I could play, and I said I didn't really answer her. I just gave her a thumbs up on the Facebook, and then I saw sorry I couldn't make it. I didn't have a car. Didn't have a PA. Wasn't set up this year. Next year I'll be set up really well though. And she says, oh, no problem, whatever. And we talked for a bit, and she's into the cleaning service there now too. So I asked her what she's been using for pet smells and stuff like that. She had some recommendations of stuff she's tried because you like to talk to people that actually use products, and you say, yeah, I like this one better than that one because it does this over that. But yeah, I'll see. Anyway, yeah, so I've got some more black walnut. That one up there, it's changing. Oh, I forgot to light the candle. Yeah, that poor cactus jumped right off the darn ledge like that. Why would he do that? Why? Am I that bad to live with? I'm not even down here all the time. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Maybe I blasted him too loud with the mess of boogie. He's like, I can't take that heavy metal stuff, man. That's it. Yeah. Um, yeah, so no, today I want to see if I can get the motorbike down. I'm going to dig the back wall a little bit. I got to save my energy. It's now Monday. It's just my regular client is gone for the day, and I got a little bit of work to do right at the very end of the day. So it's kind of a weird day. And then I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. If I'm off tomorrow, I'll let my client, today's client, know. Say, hey, well, I can substitute tomorrow for today. You know what I mean? Because I got to keep cash flowing in. Like, I like the idea of having the time, but I never have enough money when my slow down time comes. Today I woke up just for no reason at like probably 5 o'clock, and then you know when you lay there in bed and you're trying to go back to sleep, you're kind of half asleep, and then you finally do go back to sleep, but then you sleep too good, and then you get up and it's 10 o'clock. It's like shit. Yeah, it throws you off a bit, but good and relaxed and rested. I dug out the back wall a little bit yesterday. Going to do a little bit again today. That's going to be a big job. Even lawnmowered a bit yesterday. I got lots done. Like I get lots of little things done. But today the thing is refill the garbage, start in the basement, get the motorbike down. That's three things. A lot of people, they get overwhelmed really easy on stuff. And I'm like one of those people that if you set just 3 goals for yourself a day, just 3, that's it. Doesn't matter how like stupid, minute they are. Watch what it does for your self-esteem. Like just, okay, well, I got those 3 things done. It just puts your mind at ease that anything else you get done is just a bonus, right? Rather than say, I got to get all this. No. Make 3 main objectives for the day. And small objectives, and then anything big, just plug away at it, and it gets there when it gets there. Like for example, today they emptied the garbage bin, so next week it'll be the recycling bin. So I'm going to fill up that garbage bin again. So that woodshed is going to be that you're barely going to notice. You're not even going to notice there's a bin's worth of junk gone. But do that 10 times, 20 times, suddenly, oh, hey, it's getting really cleared out in here. So, before you know it, I'm going to be... my goal this weekend coming is to do that final grass cut. I'll use my dad's riding mower for most of it, just because it takes too long with that little push mower and it's not running 100%. But I do got to get that little push mower going good. I got to put the deck up as high as I can for now, just because the grass is so thick. I was going to bring down the side, but I'm not going to side this whole property. But maybe where it's really, really thick, a side actually works pretty good. Just to show you guys how people used to cut the grass like 100 years ago, or not even 100 years ago, maybe like 40, 60 years ago. Oh, no, not 40, 60 years ago. More like 60, 70 years ago. A lot of people want to cut the grass with the side. Wow. Can't imagine that. The Amish still do it. Doesn't cost you anything but manpower. That's it. The problem is you'd stay in good shape, but, that's... Wow. You could waste an entire lifetime cutting grass with a side. That would take forever. Although if you really push on it, you can actually be faster with a side than you can a brush cutter. Yeah, I was watching like people competing with the side, but mind you, the guy's like really giving it, and I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that all day. Like you'd be, and maybe even if you were healthy enough to do that for one day, by the second day you'd be so sore and stiff. You know what I mean? No, I'll take the the brush cutter's fast enough. It's fast enough. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my Pantera Cemetery Gates video. I got another cool video song coming up. Today, the other thing I wanted to do today was start to dig into my recording gear and get that done. And if I can, maybe this weekend I can actually start recording one of my songs. I put my 8 string in. Well, the the tuning they gave is wrong. They said drop A flat or G sharp, right? And it's like, but the way they tune it, it's like no, that's G sharp standard, because it's tuned in fifths or fourths depending on which way you're going up or down the whole way across the 8 string guitar. I'm like, no, that's not a drop tuning. Drop tuning, you have to have one out of the regular, like your drop D tuning. So picture like drop D tuning down 2 more steps and or 3 more steps and you're to drop G sharp, right? And that's like heavy 8 string territory. And modern metal. That's modern metal. That's like the Periphery stuff. That's the Lorna Shore stuff. Metalcore, anything metalcore. It's really, really freaking heavy. So I'm going to be bringing down the 8 string. I was going to bring it down today, but I wanted to bring those candles down and start cleaning up there. I'm in Mr. Clean mode, Mr. Mom, Mr. Clean mode, whatever. Because once I'm done down here, I got to clean out the basement up there a little more just for the winter or whatever. And I told my dad like all the stuff I want to get done before the snow flies. And we're like down here, I'm not worried about it if Paul and I can't get to it in time. But if my buddy and I can't get to the scrap metal in time here, it doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere, right? But the stuff up there, I want to clean it out for my dad, just the big stuff. The good stuff I'll bring down here or whatever, store up there, like the copper and my batteries and, the aluminum, all that stuff, however you want to say it. Aluminium. But all that good stuff I'm going to put aside. I'll make a spot down here for it so that, like, I'm going to have it designated, like till the day I die or however long I'm down here. I'm going to have a designated scrap metal spot for sure. Because I'm not going to be without a vehicle forever. And as soon as I get a vehicle that has towing capacity, I got like everybody looking for a vehicle for me. But it's like what I'm looking for, it has to be something fairly good. I'm aiming towards an SUV or a minivan. A minivan in some ways would be the smarter choice for me because it eliminates the need for a trailer, for the tools. I could just leave the tools in there, locked in. And then if I did need to pull a small trailer, say for like a riding mower, like the way my buddy has it, he has his riding mower in the one that we went down to Owen Sound to get. He has that in the back of a trailer. And then like all the whippersnippers and the gas and the 2 small lawnmowers we throw in the back of the box of the truck, right? But you can't leave that stuff in there, right? Because somebody would steal it on you if you were driving around with it. So the thing about the minivan is it's locked in the minivan, so you can cover it up a bit. So whatever, you could put a small push mower easily in the minivan. I mean, you got pretty much every tool that I would need for a day in the yard working. I bring like 3 chainsaws, the brush cutter, 2 whippersnippers, my push mower, pole arm chainsaw. I could bring all that in one shot. Like there'd be all the gas and oil mixes I need, whipper lines, spools of whipper line, a couple of tools, all my saw, tree falling rig, all that stuff. So that'd be the handiness of a van. You could sort of do it with an SUV. Like I was amazed what I got in that Dodge Avenger. That car was actually a very sizable car. With the seat down, it was like, look at all the stuff I put in the silver pellet. I mean, that was crazy. That poor car was so packed. What a rolling toolbox, rolling death machine. This description fits either way. Yeah, that car was really packed, but that car was hard to pack because it was a 2-door. A great car to drive as a 2-door, but if you're a working class guy, you got to be able to access the tools easily, not have to climb over stuff, and whatever. But I had so much tools in that with the floppy trunk, the bungee corded trunk. Yeah, that was it was quite the character. Like and again, it owed me nothing, but it was a great car. Yeah, the Silver Pellet was a fun car um, while it lasted. Uh, but the thing is yeah, I need something with space in it for sure. A hatchback with light towing abilities would be okay. Like my real only goal is like as long as it could tow at least 1,000 pounds, then I could do scrap metal and stuff with it. But like even a little car, like when they say 1,000 pounds, they're talking about pulling a boat, not things over like scrap metal into scrap yards that are all rough and stuff like that. You need an SUV, at least an SUV for that to, or else you're just going to start breaking things. Like if it's a beater car, who cares? But it's the same thing. Like will you have it long enough for it to pay for itself and long enough for you to make enough money to buy something else, right? So there's that. There's that. So I'm still looking. I haven't found anything reasonable yet. It's either one extreme, either rust bucket extraordinaire, or and the thing is you have to understand like the cars that I buy for like $500. I usually buy them from people I know, and they give me like the deal of the century. A car like that is still probably going to be about $2,500. 1,500 to $2,500. That's what most people are asking for a car in those conditions. Yes, believe it or not, something like the Silver Pellet, somebody would be charging like 1,500 to 2,500. That's how ridiculous it is. They're not going to get that, but maybe they get $800 for it or whatever. But they're asking that much. Where a lot of people are, well, I'll sell it to you for 500. It's good. It's going to go for scrap. It like the Road Reaper. I think that was my kind of favorite vehicle. I wish it would have lasted more than 3 or 4 months, because it was a fun car to drive. It really was. Like I never got to open it up, but it it moved. We'll just say that it moved if you really gave it. But it was with the sunroof and all that. It was a fun car. Good cruising car, that's for sure. But the thing is that that car, like like in the condition it was in, it would still be, people would still be asking, like while it was running, they would still be asking like 1,500 to 2,500. Jesse sold it to me for 500 because he was going to just get rid of it for scrap just to get it out of the yard. But if he would have held out, he probably would have got at least 1,000 for it, easy. So he sold it to me, and again, like I'm like, as long as the last couple of months, and I kind of figured, like he told me all the things about it and whatever, but he didn't have all the starting problems that I had, stuff like that, and it just came on, and again, it wasn't the battery. I did, like, and again, it's one of those things too, like a lot of people are always like, Reg, why don't you just fix your car yourself? It's the time, like in my, by the time things slow down where I can actually look at things and stuff like that. Like it's dead of the winter and you can't, you're not going to be working on a car outside in dead of the winter if you don't have to. Right? That's the thing. Like, yes, I needed a house for my music stuff and as a studio and what all that for the blogging, but I also need a garage where I could, put things in and actually. No, I'm not talking a carport. I'm talking a garage where it's heated. You pull it and you can jack up the truck, pull everything out off of it, like literally strip it down like a model kit, and really fix things. Unless you have access to a garage like that, and then you have to have the tools to be able to work on stuff, and that's no matter what vehicle it is, there's always an extra tool you have to buy. Like it doesn't matter. There's always something. Very rarely do you have the exact tools you need. I've worked in mechanic shops, stuff like that. Like there's never a week the mechanic's not buying a new tool. It's just something. Believe it or not, I don't have it, or I have the wrong version of. I have to buy this version of it. Yeah. It's like you want to do a valve job. Okay, everything has its own specialty wrench and all kinds of stuff like that. So like you got to know your limits, right? You got to know your limits. So that's why like getting rid of like some of the other stuff, like it's just I'm never going to get to it. You know, like if I could sell the boat before it goes bad completely, even if I take a loss on it, I take a loss on everything. So that's why I try to get my money's worth as much as possible out of something that I know it's not going to last long. It's just I was hoping Thunder was going to last a lot longer, and that truck has still got potential. Somebody buys it as a project truck, they can do a lot with that truck. But I'm like, how much money do I want to put into a 2006 vehicle? If you're living in Arizona, yeah, you fix it right up and you'll drive that thing for the next 20 years. You know what I mean? You live in Canada, that thing's about to rust out in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? That truck, though, it was well kept. That's one thing, body wise and stuff like that. But, you know, like I didn't lose money on that truck. I'd say I broke even with it, with a slight bit of profit. But I paid so much for it. And that truck really hurt me when I bought it. Like I mean, I was so broke. I think when the day after I bought it and had the full tank of gas and everything, I think I had something like $8 or something like that in my bank account. That was it. Uh, and I think it was like 2 or 3 days before I had any money. So like that was it. Like I mean, that truck wiped me out. That was like 3 years of savings wiped out in like a very short amount of time with no backup money for anything else. Right at the time of the year where I'm going to be the most broke, which is this time of the year, right? So where this year, the last past 2 years I did fairly well going into the winter. Where like last year I worked right through pretty much the entire the year, not full time in the winter, but like a couple of days a week in the winter, and then I had that project where uh, with that little art studio there. So that really helped me out a lot. In I think it was in February or whatever. That really helped me out so much. Being able to do that, and then there was the year before, my friend clearing out that little shed of hers there. Uh, she hasn't called me. She didn't call me this year, so it's like okay, I guess they got ahead of it. But it's like yeah, I was using pops there. My dad got a plow for the truck for the little Mazda. It's still going, just so you guys know. It's just it's not on the road anymore. Like it was a couple of weeks before. It was about 2 or 3 weeks before my the Red Road Reaper broke down. My dad said, "Okay, I got to take the insurance off the other truck because it's that truck was so rough." I know a lot of you guys said, "Why didn't you just buy that truck off your dad?" I said, "Well, that thing, I mean, it rolled in park, guys. Guys, I was working near the ski hill and had to put like 4 blocks of wood on, around the truck to make sure that the like I was basically parking on the guy's freaking porch with the front wheels. I told him I gotta come in real close and kind of like there was a bit of a hump, get the tires on the other side so it wouldn't roll down the hill. Yeah, like that. If that ever rolled down the hill, that would have been such a catastrophe. Oh, that would have been so bad. But yeah, like rolls in park. Yeah, the truck that rolled that. Yeah. Oh, it was yeah, it was quite the character. But yeah, no, my dad got a small plow. I don't know when he's going to pick it up, but he's going to put it on that little truck, and then he's just going to do the hills here with it and stuff like that, and the laneway and all that. Maybe I'll keep my laneway. I think I just got to pay. That's the thing. I got to pay for snow plowing now. It's a couple of $100 a year, but is what it is. But it's still a couple of $100. You know what I mean? So I'll get Adam to do it because he does a good job. But the thing is I wanted to make sure that the yard was clear. So when he starts pushing stuff all over the place, as long as he doesn't push anything onto the well, I'm okay. I'll mark that really, really clear. You know what I mean? Um, but when he starts coming in, like usually the snow's still low enough that you can say, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna show you something. That's the well there. Just be mindful of that. Like he does. He's got. I said I don't care if he skins up the rest of the yard or whatever. That's fine. He's got lots of places to push. Plus, especially if I'm, clearing that brush there, he can just fucking push right into there if he wants. But yeah, so the further he can push it, the better. Now, mind you, if money, I doubt I'll make enough money, but if I can get myself a little snowblower, that'd be the ideal for me. Because the thing about the snowblower is you can widen things out so much and it never gets packed because the plow packs, right? So for this year, I'm not going to worry about it, but I only need a little laneway in and a little laneway out. Like I don't even care because it's not like I need people to be able to drive right up to the house. You know what I mean? But if they can, that's better. The roof rake, I'm going to stay on top of the roof. I do have to go up on the roof before. Maybe I'll do that this weekend coming. Is go up on the roof and check that the vent pipe got busted off, and I just I haven't stuck my head up there yet enough to see. My brother said he tried to go and reattach it and stuff like that, and the snow kept taking off. But my brother wasn't using the roof rake, where I'll use the roof rake, where I'll probably be able to put it on there, and it'll probably last the winter, just because I'm not going to let the amount of snow. Like he would let the entire winter's worth of snow on there and wait for it to fall off naturally. But like that's the worst thing you could do because it's so much weight, right? I was always scared of that. It's like, and I always told him, I said, come down, come up home and grab the roof rake. After it snows, it takes 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's okay if you leave about that much on the snow. It's not going to hurt anything when it goes. But, when you leave like 3 feet, that kind of stuff. So, like, for me, I won't be doing that for many reasons. Number one, it's hard on the roof. Number two, it's, you're more likely to get leaks, and it's just dangerous. It's just dangerous. So all that's going to come off. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit in the garage or the woodshed. Get ready to bring my motorbike down this evening. And then, yeah, that's going to be cool. I'll be able to get set up. The nice thing is it's going to be in a spot where, okay, I can work on this much today. The problem is when you're working on stuff like that, you got to be able to just pull stuff apart and just leave it for a while, right? The thing is, and it's the same thing going to be with the workbench. Like I'm going to start working on Snippy Shark, my brush cutter, and then all my chainsaws, and get all these patients I've got. Work on this one. Okay, got this one all cleaned up, carved, put back together. Might take me 2 weeks, just because, okay, do a little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow night, whatever I have time for, because I have 100 different things to do. That's always the problem, is there's like 100 different things to do, which is why I got to get off my ass and get doing some of those 100 different things to do. But it's coming to the point where I'm going to be able to start to relax a bit and enjoy myself. And yeah, but like there's always going to be projects, but the worst of the projects, like for example, I'm going to do laundry again today. Yeah, that's going to be my third laundry. Oh, nice breeze coming in. Yeah, the cactuses are liking it out there. Like this side, after all, maybe I tried to commit planticide a little bit too early. Cactusacide a little too early. Watch, they're all going to burn. But they say after you water them, they're supposed to flower or something. But supposed to water them once a month. I'll see. I mean, it's either going to work out really well or I'm going to kill them. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But I told them if they attack me just once, I'll let them die of freaking dehydration. My herbs are doing okay. I watered them this morning. My cactus is just cactusacide again. I'll just leave him like that. He's good like that. He just wants to rest. Fall over. Yeah, I got to transplant those into like planters that are bigger. I know for cactuses you're supposed to use really shallow planters for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to get my ass in gear and get some stuff done. There we go.